To be quite honest with you, I never imagined myself as a 20-something-year-old. But I'm here now, and I want you to come with me as we try to navigate our 20s together. Welcome to these 20-somethings. Today, another episode. Hi guys, and welcome back to these 20-somethings. I hope you're all good. I hope you're all well. I'm good. I know I've been gone for a hot minute, but I'm back now, and I'm so excited to be back. I'm in a new setting. Things are different as compared to the last time we spoke. I remember I told you in June, between June and July, I told you that there's going to be a huge announcement that I'm going to make in August. I didn't end up making the announcement in August because things didn't go according to plan in August. But the announcement is that I have moved. I'm in a whole new country. I'm an international babe now. I'm an international babe. Things have, shifted for me. Career-wise, socially, it's been a great season for me, and maybe that's why I haven't been so consistent in posting episodes, because a lot has been going on. But I will update you guys on everything that's been happening, because it's a lot. Okay, it is a lot, and I have so much to tell you guys, and I will share with the up and coming episodes. But today, I just want to talk about something that came to my attention last week. Actually, last week was like a very intense week for me, financially. More especially because I've moved to a whole new country, and I'm just, getting used to the currency and the price of things, and it's been hectic, okay? And because of that, I came to the realization of how much I need to open up myself to speaking about finances, and also just educating myself more about finances, and just getting better at managing my money. And I realized that so many of us actually don't have financial conversations, guys. When we are chilling as as peoples, as friends, as colleagues, we don't really talk about money. Money is never part of the conversations, at least in my circle. In my circle, we don't talk about money, guys. Like, we don't talk about, are you saving, are you budgeting, guys? We don't talk about none of that, okay? and I guess it's because I personally have never been open to talking about money like that, and this is something my boyfriend will obviously attest to, that I don't speak about money. And he's always like, why don't you want to speak about money? Like, we need to speak about our finances. So I personally don't like speaking about money. I don't like speaking about money. I don't like looking at my statement. I just like spending and spending and spending. But the past few weeks have made me realize that I can't go through life living like that, and with that type of mindset, that I just want to spend and not really spend time assessing and looking at my finances in a very mature way, because money will always be there, but I need to be able to make sure that I'm not just spending money, but my money also works for me, and I'm not saying spending money is wrong. I love spending money, but I think for me personally, it's time I look at how I spend money and the things I spend money on, and also looking at how my money will work for me also in future. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because I'm still growing, I'm only 23. I'm still gonna, make more money. I'm still gonna dabble in different places, and capitalize on my skills. But I need to make sure that I see where that money goes and how it works for me, and then how it's gonna help me build the life that I want for myself. So I then started watching and just taking it upon myself to educate myself financially, and just open up that space for myself to be able to say, okay, these are the things that I need to know about money, and these are some of the things that I need to take accountability for. For example, the fact that I'm not good when it comes to saving, and that is such a huge character flaw, because it's like I live in the moment and I don't think about, when it comes to money, I live in the moment and I don't think about like my tomorrow. And obviously we don't know what tomorrow brings, but I think we should be able to prepare for it, and this is when saving and budgeting accordingly comes in. So I just thought about how, because I'm embarking on a journey of educating myself financially and just growing financially, I want my community as well to be able to join me on this journey, because I know I'm not alone. Okay, I know that a lot of us don't have financial literacy. Like, a lot of us don't have a good relationship with our finances. Okay, I could be wrong, but I think a lot of us don't save, guys. Like, a lot of us just keep spending money recklessly, and then like we don't even look at our bank statements. Be honest with yourself and let me know, when last did you look at your bank statement? Like, when last did you actually sit with yourself and look at the things that you buy and you were like, did I really need that? So this is not just for me. This journey is not just for me, but it's for all of us. It's for all of us to have a good relationship with our finances. I think the biggest, the biggest advice people who are not in their 20s anymore give out, and when they're looking back, they always say, I really wish I had started saving, or I really wish I had started being more smart with my money when I was still in my 20s. And I'm not saying that like save everything now for your 30s or whatever, but building a good habit in how you spend money and building a good relationship with your money will be very much evident when you're in your 30s and 40s, and in your 60s, when it's like time to retire. And at least now it's like these are the habits that I've built since I was like in my 20s, and they've worked for me. I think it's so important to build habits that are gonna be essential in like later on in life, in the different stages of your life, not just think that your 20s are, obviously it's where it's hip and happening, and like as bambegi, but we need to think about making sure that even though in our 20s we're living our best life, we're traveling, we're moving abroad and we buying all these things that we want, but the foundation that we lay in our 20s is so important as to the quality of life you're still gonna live when you're in your 30s. So on Friday, on my Instagram, I hope you guys are following on Instagram, but on Instagram I shared a video where I just basically gave a small summary of what I'm saying right now, and I've decided that Fridays are gonna be Fridays for these 20 somethings are gonna be financial Fridays, where I just share some of the things that I've been doing financially. I'm planning on putting up a budgeting template for you guys, just putting out tips and tricks, and just plugging you guys with resources that we need, financially, that I'm gonna be implementing financially. This is gonna be a very interesting journey for me, because like I said, I'm not one to talk about finances, and it's gonna be very uncomfortable, but it's a very necessary step, and it's a very necessary journey for me to take and include you guys in it, because again, these 20 somethings is not just a podcast for us to have conversations about boys or love or I don't know I don't know what else, but it's a platform for us to to educate each other, to plug each other, to keep each other accountable, to journey together and build like a strong community. This is why this podcast exists. Genuinely, truthfully, it's why I created this podcast. It's here to make sure that we navigate our 20s much more informed, much more supported, seen, I don't want us to navigate our 20s and then we get to the end of it and we're just like, what the hell was that? Obviously we're still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure it out. Okay. The other day I allowed this other lady to touch my phone because I couldn't say no to her, and it's like lack of boundaries slowly. See, so that's just like an example of how I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure out how to have boundaries with people. I'm still trying to figure out how to stand up for myself. I'm still trying to figure out how to say no, without feeling like, oh, now they're gonna hate me, or it's a lot. Like, I'm still trying to figure out so much about myself, and I know that you guys are also still trying to figure out a lot about yourselves as well. So why can't we do it together? And that's why for me community is so important. So if you're not following me on my social media, which is Chloe the Creative, and then for the podcast, it's at these 20 somethings, please do, please engage, please share your stories, just come through and give me ideas of the topics that we should talk about, things that you are struggling with that you would like for us to touch on the podcast. I really want us to feel and be a whole community that does things together, and we're building our 20s and the lives that we want together. I really want to see everyone win. I really want to see everyone in their 30s financially thriving, career popping, love life popping, spiritually you are like that girl, physically, in all aspects of your life. I really want us to be the greatest versions of ourselves. So that's the plan, that is the vision. I hope you guys buy into it, and you continue to also offer your contribution to the podcast. I obviously want to start being more open and more vulnerable with you guys, and I guess with the whole conversation when it comes to money, I don't know if you guys know this, but in 2021 when I was doing my third year, I had a certain company give me a bursary, and through that I also got like a monthly stipend, and I also got a accommodation allowance. But because I was still staying at home, that accommodation allowance obviously came to me, so it was a lot of money. Okay. And I was getting a lot of money in 2021, and on top of that I had a job. So I was financially in 2021 I was in a good space. I was great, I was thriving. And looking back, I can't even tell you what did I do with that money. I don't think, there are obviously 2 or 3 things that I did that are still around. I'm just okay, I'm so glad I spent money on that. But I think some of that money, I don't even know where it went. I don't even know what I did with it. And it's just those are some of the reckless financial mistakes that I made. And before moving to the States, a lot of money was required for me to move, because moving is extremely expensive. And I'm realizing now that I could have planned my move better. I could have done more research on how to spend. I could have done more research that would have helped me spend less money than I spent initially. Number 2, had I actually saved up the money that I made in 2021, and just put even if it's 5% of the money I was receiving every month, just putting it in a savings account, I would have had great savings that were gonna help me with moving. So it's just one of those mistakes that I've made financially, and just realizing now that you always realize that you spend money recklessly when you don't have money. And I don't like saying that I'm broke. I'm not broke. I don't like putting those words upon myself, but all I'm saying is that I really could have used my money wisely, and I would have not struggled a bit financially before coming to the US. But lesson learned, that's how we learn in life. I am looking forward to becoming a better version of myself, and I know the better version of myself is a financial smart babe. Okay, so if you really don't want to continue being financially reckless, please join in the conversation. Please join in, with Financial Fridays, hashtag Financial Fridays. Every Friday, we're putting up information that's going to help you financially. Engage with that. Share that with your friends and family. Put it up on your stories. Put it up in WhatsApp or share. Okay, share even with the people who are not on social media. You know that your friends, a friend of a friend is struggling financially, would say, hey, there's this person who's always asking me money. Send them a link to this episode. Send them a link to to the social media account and be like, babe, listen to this girl and follow her tips. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial guru. I did accounting in high school and I almost failed. So every tip and trick that I will be sharing is something that I think has worked for me or is working for me, and something that I've also learned from other people. And that's why I said that I will be sharing resources and links to other people's work who I think are great when it comes to giving financial advice. I think that is it for now. I absolutely love that I'm back. I pray that the spirit of consistency falls upon me. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.